Hello and welcome to Victoria. In today's geographical inquiry, we are going to consider how to assess the impact of flood management techniques for a river called Bowker Creek. And these techniques that we should consider can be used to look at any river of your choosing. So I'm here at the University of Victoria in Victoria on Vancouver Island in Canada, and this is the source of Bowker Creek, or the approximate source, this pond here. Bowker Creek is a small river. It runs around 8 kilometres, a gently sloping ground towards the Salish Sea. This river or stream has long been important to the local indigenous people, the Lekwungen people. They used the river as a source of fresh water. The aquatic life and surrounding vegetation provided food. And subsequent settlers, since Fort Victoria was established 150 years or so ago, since then settlers have farmed the area, enjoying some of those same benefits as the First Nations and the fertile land in the floodplain. And then as the decades pass, the land has become more and more built up and urbanized. So today there are around 30,000 people living in the catchment basin, which equates to about 1,000 hectares. There's the university I've mentioned. There are other institutional facilities such as schools and hospital. There are some retail facilities. There's a shopping mall and some smaller shopping areas. There's lots of housing, of course, and there's some recreational use. Bowker Creek, like most rivers, is subject to seasonal flooding, but these became increasingly incompatible with modern development and increasing urbanization. So the city planners and engineers over the decades have sought to manage the flooding mainly by employing hard engineering strategies, which we will look at. But in recent decades, there have been more and more soft engineering strategies employed as well. So I'm going to go on a journey. I have my bike, hence the helmet. I'm going to cycle along this river as best I can, and I'm going to highlight some of the different management techniques that have been employed, and I'm going to suggest some fieldwork techniques that you could use for Bowker Creek, or indeed any river, to consider whether the strategies have been successful or not. So without further ado, let's get on that bike and get going.